I want to speak about opinions. And it boggles the mind how people have opinions. You ever sit around with people and you could be talking about a range of things and people are opinionated, and I don't understand how they do that. Like, I'm a decently bright guy, and if you ask my kids, throughout all the shidduchim, throughout all of the schools and high schools and camps and trips and so much that happens in life, ask them how many times did your father tell you his opinion? Maybe less than 10 times, and they're all of them collectively. Because whenever something came up with school, I would say, okay, let's go speak to your Rebbe, speak to your Rosh Yeshiva, let's figure out what to do. When things come up with shidduchim, I always say, let's go find a shadchan to ask. Let's find a coach. Let's find a professional. I always feel like so unworthy of commenting on what they're going through because I always figure there got to be somebody smarter than me who's an expert in that field, and they have to have more of the ability to know what to do. And I'm absolutely amazed how I sit around in shul and with people, how whatever topic comes up, people mamish have strong opinions, and I can't understand where it comes from. And I think it's a tremendous amount of gaiva to tell somebody, you could have your own opinion, I like Trump, I don't like Trump, but if you have to tell somebody else how to treat their child or what to do with their life, how does anybody have the right to have an opinion? First of all, did you really sit down for 10 hours and get the history and really go through it? And it's really kavod reish. You know, so many people tell me that they have a kid in crisis and their friend said, you should this. Right? Everybody's shaking their head, right? And I'm thinking, I want to meet this friend and say, are you normal? Your friend is telling you about a situation that's dangerous. Why do you think that you're entitled to an opinion? Why do you have the guts, the gall, the gaiva to say something? What if they would listen to you? What if your friend would listen to you and say, well, he just killed himself, or now he's on drugs because of you? Like, why is it so hard for people to say, I don't know? Why is it so hard to give support without giving an answer? People have a question about careers, and you tell them, well, you should this and you should that. Are you an expert in careers? Are you an expert? Like, mamish, so many questions come up in shuls and building and simchas and this, and people are giving opinions to other people about running their lives or to their children. And I'm just amazed at the ego of people who think you could be very smart, but you're not an expert in everything. Right? God, the last night was like, mamish, I think the first time, maybe ever, I told my son, b'negeya to something, right? I said, I think you should do this and this. Nothing life and death. And it's like, whoa, like I never do that. I always bow out. We'll find somebody else who can lead you and guide you. It's always good to have a Rebbe that you can talk to, a therapist that you can talk to, whatever it is. I've been in a lot of situations, and other than my small, tiny area where I will tell you, because I have to tell you, anything else, and you all know, whenever you ask me about something that's a little bit out of my area of expertise, what did I tell you? Not an expert. I just told you today. So people get annoyed at me, and they're like, yeah, but you have a lot of experience with kids off the derech. Can't you tell me what to do? He's almost off the derech. He's chatzi off the derech. Don't you know? I say, I'm not an expert in that field. My experience came from kids off the derech. Maybe on the way off is different, and I get 90% of the calls that I get, I don't take. I could probably give as many opinions as the other people who are going to give them opinions. I have a lot to say. I have a vantage point. I have a lot of information that we cull together from hundreds and hundreds of people, so we know what happens in stage 1 and stage 2 and stage 3, but yet I just don't feel like I'm qualified as an expert in that field. And it's unbelievable. Would you give somebody an opinion about how they should deal with a child who has Nebuchadnezzar Machla? No, you would say, you have a doctor, follow the doctor. And I just have to say that we all have to get more serious about what comes out of our mouth, because people get hurt by it. People get hurt by offering advice on stuff that you're not qualified for. People get hurt by so many times that we're not down l'kav zchus. I want to start making, I keep on thinking about it and then forgetting to do it. I want to make a list of times that I looked bad to people, and I was hoping that they'll be down l'kav zchus me. Right? Today, I look bad to somebody. I didn't have a choice. But I was wondering, does that person realize that why I did what I did, or did they just get annoyed? And I find that people, I hope they're down. I have to be down l'kav zchus people to say that they're down me l'kav zchus. But I don't know. And I don't know if I am either. We have to really be down l'kav zchus people. sometimes people look bad. Sometimes things happen with me and other people in group or whatever. I'm dealing with a tzibur. And sometimes I'll be like, wow, I looked really bad. And I didn't mean it. And I can't even necessarily undo it sometimes. Or sometimes one spouse will call and I'll say, I'm sorry, I don't speak to one spouse. And they'll get annoyed, but don't you understand? It's an emergency. And I have my reasons why I can't do it. They'll get it. I annoy people all the time. Right? And are they dan l'kaf schus that no, he means well and he probably has a good reason? Hopefully. So I think that these two things are things that we have to work on as a tzibur. And I want to start testing people. Let's all test each other. Bring up ideas and see if other people go ahead and I'll put your name. Right? Bring up ideas and see how other people, if they bite or not. Let's just have discussions about, pick any topic in the world, and let's see if other people go ahead and tell you how to run your life. Or if they're dan l'kaf schus. It's a big challenge, and we have to do that because the level of opinions that people are it's damaging. It does a lot of damage.